used to think the life I'm living now is the dream. Moving to France, traveling to 20+ countries, running marathons, living what some would say is a pretty free lifestyle. But for some reason, I would wake up feeling like I'm failing, like I'm not doing enough. Everyone's optimizing their lives, everyone's building their personal brand, everyone's hustling, more productive than ever. But are we actually happier, or are we just busier? Gaining experiences, living a life like it was a movie. I ran marathons not because I loved them, but because I liked the idea of being someone who ran marathons, being part of that 1% of the world. In a lot of ways you could say I was performing success. I wasn't living it. I spent months training for these marathons and really sacrificed a lot, to be honest. All of it was ultimately to cross that finish line to say that I ran the marathon. I would drink at social events when I told myself that I didn't want to drink. And in a lot of ways, when I look back on it, I was using someone else's ruler to measure my worth. We are all keeping score of each other whether we realize it or not, using external achievements as a shortcut to self-worth. And the problem with shortcuts is that they usually lead to the wrong destination. And like I said before, we're using someone else's ruler to measure our worth. And what I've found from reflecting on this is that there's a difference between authentic success and performative success. I was literally thinking about posting or how people would think about this run or this marathon while I was running it. Since when did living become content creation? And here I was running, doing things that I thought were good, but thinking about the validation that I would get from doing them. It's just crazy how things can change. We all had plenty of time to think during lockdown, and some of us came out knowing exactly what we wanted to do with life. And a lot of others realized that they've been living someone else's. And the interesting thing about it all right now is that we're all trying to figure out what really matters when everything can literally change overnight. Like we see with AI changing so much, with the wars happening. You literally don't know what's coming tomorrow. How is it really possible to find out what you truly want when it can literally just be taken like that? I understand why a lot of people are lost and confused, and that includes me as well. And the thing that I had to realize, and it took me a long time to realize, is that I had to stop asking, am I successful? Because success is subjective. One person's success might not be the other's. And for me to ask myself, am I successful? I had to define that. And I think I realized over time that success for me is just being authentic to what I truly am and what I truly care about. And for me to figure out what living authentically was, I had to find my values. What were my core values in life? And once I realized what my core values were, it gave me a thermometer of determining if something is good for me or not, if it's going to lead to fulfillment or not. And I think a lot of us, we don't know our core values, and it means that there's a lot of misalignment between our actions and our true selves and what we really want. And I was just walking through life aimlessly doing things, thinking like, I'll push this button and this button and it'll all magically work out. And I think once you really get in touch with what truly matters to you and what your core values are, you have a way to really measure and really materialize actions that are going to lead to fulfillment through your value. And what I discovered is that when your actions align with your values, achievement becomes a byproduct, not the goal. And I think that's really important for a lot of people, because we know in this dopamine society that when you achieve a goal, you just set the stakes and the standard higher. You just want something more. It's never good enough. That emptiness that you feel when you achieve something, it's not there by mistake. It's because you haven't aligned your actions with your values. And the way to do that is obviously aligning your internal compass with your actions. And the only way to do that is to find your core values. And again, clearly success is not about achievement, because we are in a world where achievement is so possible. It's so easy to achieve nowadays. We have so many options. So why are we not happy? It's because we're not aligned. We're less aligned than ever before. We don't have an internal compass. We're not aligning our actions with our values. We're just chasing the next bright, beautiful, good option that's going to lead to success. So what would success look like to you if nobody was watching? That quiet answer before your ego edits it, that's the real definition of success to you. We don't need permission to redefine success on our own terms. And living authentically doesn't mean that you're going to achieve. It just means that it's yours. You're living your life. So maybe the real question isn't, what have I achieved? Maybe it's, am I becoming who I want to be? That's what this is all about, right?